Hello everyone, welcome to Joe and Zach's Survival. It's a fairly cold morning and it's not super bad here in Minnesota. It's about 30 degrees, which isn't bad. There's been freezing rain overnight, so the roads are icy. And I am just heading out to go to Louisiana. It's about a 1,250 mile trip. Take me 2 days to get there, and I'm going to go from what will be on Monday here, a high of 10 degrees above zero, to a high of 79. Well guys, I'm just getting down by Owatonna. That's the biggest Cabela's, it used to be anyway, the biggest Cabela's in the United States. I'm not sure if I still am, if it still is, but not as many trees here. Snow has died down a lot. I would think that once I get into Iowa though, there'll be more snow because they just had that big snowstorm not too long ago. But anyway, just plugging away. Well, we're kind of coming down. We got a little ways to go before we cross into Iowa, but it's gotten pretty kind of foggy out. So we went from kind of rainy and icy up at home, and then it kind of cleared up a little bit. Now it's really foggy. There's a little bit more snow here than there was back a little ways, but we are getting close to Iowa. So, okay, well I just crossed over into Iowa. Everything still looks the same. So I've been going south on 35. Pretty soon I have to turn off. I don't know, eventually down by Memphis or something, I'm going to hook up to Highway 55, but for right now we're still going on 35 and it's still foggy. 150 miles probably straight south of Minneapolis now, and the fog just keeps getting thicker. Well, we're about 270 miles south now, going through Iowa still, coming up on Cedar Rapids, and this fog just has not let up. Well, we're about 400 miles into the trip now. I've got like 1,240 miles to go total. Fog is cleared out, not very much snow, just a little bit on the sides of the roads. Still in Iowa, just about to go into Missouri. Okay everyone, well I'm done with Iowa. I made it through that state. Now I'm in Missouri, and we don't have any more snow. A while, maybe 20 miles back, there was still a little bit that was on the edges of the woods. But one thing that I have noticed is that the grass actually has a little bit of color to it. It's not any dark green or anything, but there is some green to it. And another thing is there's these neat, when they cut the road through, there's these rock faces. When I see another one, I'll film it, but I thought that was pretty interesting too. Well everyone, I put on just about 500 miles here, and I'm about 70 miles till I get to St. Louis. Okay, well that's the first time I've seen the sun since I left. Actually, I haven't seen it in days, so that's kind of nice. Well everyone, last night I made it as far as Perry, Missouri. Got a hotel there. Now I'm up this morning. I got about 600 more miles to go. So I finally got light out, and once again now I got fog this morning. But it was 56 degrees when I woke up, and there was a winter storm coming behind. Not really from the Minnesota area, but coming down this way, and the low tonight was going to be like 19 degrees, so still warmer than what it is at home, but I am still beelining it south, and I'm going to beat all that cold weather, and hopefully this fog will burn off a little earlier than it did yesterday. I'm still in Missouri here. Pretty soon I'll be leaving this state, but it's really interesting that when I first come into it, it was real hilly. Remember the rocks that were on the side of the road and everything, and now it is really flat down here, so the landscape has really changed, and I've never been through Missouri at all, so this is really interesting for me. Well, as you can see, we crossed over into Arkansas now, and which looks a lot like the southern part of Missouri, except for I think they have less trees here. Okay, so I went through Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, and now Arkansas, and Arkansas has got the worst roads of any of them. This is ridiculous. This is I-55 south, and it is so rough. finally crossed over into Tennessee now, and I have to say about Arkansas, I found the roads horrible. I found that state to be dirty. I had to stop off a couple times. I thought the interchanges on and off the interstate sucked. Maybe I'm not used to it, maybe it's just me, but I don't know. So far the nicest, even better than Minnesota, was around the St. Louis area. They really had their stuff together there, but anyway, we're in Tennessee and still heading south. Popped into Mississippi. It's surprising with the few pine trees and trees on the side of the road. I don't know what kind of trees they are, they don't have any leaves, but it does resemble Minnesota quite a bit. I'm probably, I don't know, a good 100 miles into Mississippi now, and like I said before, it seems a lot like Minnesota. Even the street signs, the way they're laid out, and the colors of them and everything are a lot alike. I mean, you could almost, if you were to pull a blindfold off me, and I would think I'm going up to the tent. It's really weird, and here I'm getting closer and closer to the Gulf. Anyway, it's a pretty state. Well, I'm just north of Jackson, Mississippi, and the sun has come out kind of off and on here, and it is really nice and warm out. I just talked to my dad, who's up in Minnesota there. It's 12 degrees there today, and it's got to be 70 degrees here. I've been driving with both windows open in the truck because on average in Minnesota, this is our coldest week of the year, and it just wouldn't seem right to put my air conditioner on. This is just amazing. I got, you know, I'm 1,012 miles from home right now, and it's this nice out. I'm really enjoying this. Well, everybody, I just crossed into Louisiana. It's been 1,145 miles since I left home. I got about 90 more miles to go. It's amazing. They've had so much rain down here, way more than they were ever supposed to this time of year, and the ditches are just filled, and it goes way back into the woods and everything. It's just so flat here, the water has nowhere to go. It really amazes me down here that nobody has basements, and most of the houses are off the ground on piers because it floods so often. And some people have garages, but a lot of them just have carports. Okay, everyone, well, that's the house I'm going to be working on, all tarped up. Well, I'm here. Thanks a lot for watching the Joe and Zach Survival Channel.